So I managed to find 10 Image comics. Yay!
Put your word out, get ready for the nerd out. Better put specs on, better break necks on. I cut handsome checks for my expansion sets. They call me Obi-Wan, act like you know me, son.
People of Earth, comic book community, what is going on? I am TJ, aka Flash by Night, and we are here to do a challenge. What was formerly known as the Bearded Comic Bro comic cover challenge is now the Bearded and Cole comic cover challenge. It's been so long since I've done one of these. They changed the name, changed the whole makeup of the challenge, but the challenge is still there, and I think I'm up to the task. So today we are going to be showing off my favorite, my 10 favorite Image comic covers in my collection. So we're gonna start off nice and easy with a 1 in 10, I believe it's 1 in 10, black and white cover for Skybound X issue number 3, one which I've still not read yet, but I grabbed this one because I got it for less than ratio, of course, and B, it had a short story from Excellence, which I still have not read because I've not read this book. But that was my number 10. I haven't been reading Image all that long. I was surprised I actually came up with 10 different covers for this challenge, but nonetheless, that was number 10. Most of this isn't going to go in a particular order, at least until number 1. And you'll undoubtedly know why number 1 is number 1 when we get there. But number 9, since I brought it up, Excellence number 1, the third print. For those who've not read Excellence, Excellence is basically a story about this kid, Spencer Dale, who is born into one of 10 magic families in this organization called Aegis. But it has all of these rules, all of these restrictions that he doesn't like, that his family personally, and he wants to make a move on them. His father, not so much. His father is still bound by all the traditional structures, but he refuses to be, and that is what Excellence is kind of all about. So this is my number 9. I have the first print, but I really do like this black cover on the third print. While I do not have number 1 of this series because I got in late, I got in recently, it is number 55, issue number 55 of Saga. I think if anybody's watching this Image cover challenge, I assume I don't have to explain Saga to you. In fact, most of you probably need to explain Saga to me. But Saga came off hiatus, like a 3-year hiatus with issue number 55, and I jumped in, and it was worth the read. A lot of people say I still need to go back and read 1 through 54, which I will do sometime in the near-ish future. But number 55 was a good starting off point, and that's how it got on this list. Next book up, the Boss Logic variant for Nocterra issue number 1. Nocterra by Scott Snyder, Tony S. Daniels, about the Earth basically getting plunged into what they call the Big PM, which is basically the sun going out 24/7 darkness, and the darkness is like turning people into creatures or whatever. And then of course we have my guy Blacktop Bill in here. This cover is the one when issue number 1 came out. This cover was the one I knew I had to have. And so that is why it is sitting on my list. Next book up is issue number 12 of Philadelphia. And I think this is a, Todd McFarlane cover. I think it's pretty highly sought after. Todd McFarlane doing a cover, you know, something other than his own books and like Spider-Man and Spider-Man homages and all this good stuff. That's a pretty cool cover. Philadelphia number 12, which I still need to catch up on. Speaking of Todd McFarlane, Spawn issue number 311, of course, with the Chadwick Boseman tribute cover. I have this one, and I have a couple of the black and white. I think it's 1 in 5, 1 in 10 covers, but I really do like the color on this one. And so Spawn 311 made the list. Next book up is another issue of Philadelphia, and this is issue number 13 with that nice David Mack cover. Yeah, I feel like even if I didn't read Philadelphia, that this cover was calling me. And technically, I don't read Philadelphia. I haven't made it past issue 1. I talk about that repeatedly and still have not fixed that. But once I get to issue number 13, I know I have a beautiful cover to look forward to. Next book up is the 1 in 25, issue number 1 of Primordial by Jeff Lemire. I was pretty pleased with myself because I got this for, I think, a third of ratio. I think I got it for like $7 or $8 maybe. But yeah, Primordial. If you haven't read Primordial, I think it had a pretty good premise. I didn't follow it all the way through, but it was kind of a look at the animals that got sent into space during the American and Russian space race, where maybe the animals didn't end up where we thought they ended up, and maybe ended up in another world or something like that. Maybe I'll go back and visit that story sometime sooner or later. But I've got a lot of going back and visiting to do, so I may not make it back to Primordial. Next book up, Bitterroot issue number is that 8. Okay, Bitterroot issue number 8 with this Purple Rain homage. I got a couple of Purple Rain covers. Maybe one day I'll seek the rest of them out. I just saw a nice Mary Jane and Black Cat Purple Rain homage cover. But this, Bitterroot number 8. And the last book in the challenge is a very recent acquisition, and it is Walking Dead issue number 163. But it is my favorite because my favorite Walking Dead character is on the cover. And if you know Moon Knight, like I know Moon Knight, you know that he is the Walking Dead. And so I picked up this cover off of eBay. It's a really funny story because I almost paid way too much for it. I didn't want to go over 20, which I did go over 20. I didn't want to go over 20, but as I was trying to back out of the price, I accidentally put like $1,820 as my max bid. They're $1,820. So if this thing had gotten out of hand, I would have been in hot water. But fortunately, it didn't get too out of hand. Didn't go too crazy. But yeah, Walking Dead 163 with Moon Knight and these zombies on the cover. So that was my entry into the Cole and Bearded, or Bearded and Cole's B's and C's comic book cover challenge, the Image cover edition. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you saw something you liked. I hope that you will join in the challenge if you so choose to. But if you did enjoy yourself, go ahead, hit that like button. And if you want to keep up with me, keeping up with the challenges, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Of course, feel free to leave comments. If you do get into the challenge, go ahead and let Bearded Comic Bro or Cole's Comic Claims know on Instagram that you did do the challenge. They'll put you in the list, in the playlist, so that others can find your video. And yeah, you can hang with the cool kids. So as we always do it this time, love yourself, love others, and I will be back in a flash.